Program. Action. I told her you do it yourself. She said, I don't want to do it myself. I said, you're going to have to.
How do you do, Mr. Hale?
Well.
Sorry to bother you. My name's Tom White. I'm the agent in charge for the Bureau of Investigation for the Justice Department.
It took us so long to get here.
Well, our war hero has arrived.
Killers of the Flower Moon was a series of murders of Osage men and women to bilk them after the discovery of oil on their land.
The Osage Reign of Terror was a fascinating piece of American history.
I was drawn to the idea to tell this terribly tragic story that was never brought to national attention.
Marty obsessed with telling this story with the most honesty that he possibly could.
One of the key things was that I was drawn to this world where friendship and love existed with blatant extortion, exploitation, and murder.
When this money started coming, we should have known it came with something else.
In our film, Ernest develops a relationship with Mollie Burkhart.
I don't know what she said, but it must have been Indian for handsome devil.
Ernest was encouraged to marry her by his uncle, Bill Hale, in order to get her family's shares in the oil profits.
Hale was a very enigmatic presence in Osage country.
He definitely represented somebody that wanted to take advantage of the situation at all costs.
Their time is over.
There was a need to tell this story from Martin Scorsese. There was something intrinsic in him to do this story justice.
There's a sinister nature of the murders of the Osage people.
Expecting a miracle to make all this go away. You know they don't happen anymore.
I wanted to do justice to the Osage so that the audience feels the immensity of the tragedy.
Welcome back to the Osage. You're always welcome, as you know, and it's so good to see you again.
You too, you too.
You know, this is such a complex story. You have the history of the Osage. You have us striking oil. That led to the Reign of Terror, they called it. We are real sensitive to the history, but you got to tell the story. If it didn't upset people, there's something wrong with it.
When this money started coming, we should have known it came with something else.
When I asked you, what is your approach? You said, I want to tell a story about betrayal of trust between the Osage people and the outside world.
By focusing on Ernest and Mollie, it's like an analogy of the overall situation.
I don't even know if you love me anymore.
I am right here.
I was concerned about someone else telling our story. But when you came on board, you said, we're going to film here. You were going to use our language department. You were going to work with our people who do costumes.
There's no way I would have made it without the full support of the Osage community. Everybody was here. Where else can you shoot? Look at this place. It's perfect.
We have a different culture, and you portrayed that so well, so accurately.
I always think that America needs your culture. More than just learning. We could open our minds and our hearts to a whole new way.
They're like buzzards circling our people. We're still warriors.
We're honored to tell this powerful historical story in the most authentic way.
So you sure did that. I don't know how you do it, but you sure did it.
The character of Ernest Burkhart, I found absolutely fascinating.
Ernest comes to Oklahoma and ultimately falls in love with Mollie Kyle.
I don't know what she said, but it must have been Indian for handsome devil.
William K. Hale used that as an opportunity to prey upon her wealth.
The Osage, they're gonna go. Their time is over.
Ernest is under a very strong influence of his uncle. He finds himself getting deeper into murderous plans.
I'm sorry for all troubles.
Working with Leo and watching this master create this character, it's unbelievable.
Ernest's a real-life representation of the incredible greed of that time.
I just love money. I love it as much as I love my wife.
I feel immense responsibility playing Mollie Burkhart. Oil wealth brought a lot of undesired attention to Osage country.
This blanket is a target on our backs.
Mollie's family faced blatant extortion and murder to bilk them out of their wealth.
When the murders start happening, Mollie challenges the justice system.
You want to go to Washington, D.C.?
This may be the last thing I do.
Mollie is really the heroine in a lot of ways.
Do you have any idea who might want to harm you?
Mollie embodies the pain of the Osage people.
Please send help. There's murder in Osage, and the police do nothing.
It's a powerful film, and I'm on her to stand with the Osage Nation and the descendants of those who perished.
I ought to kill these men who killed my family.
William King Hale is an extraordinary character.
Osage are the most beautiful people on God's earth.
He was respectful on the one hand and murderous thug on the other hand.
You're gonna make trouble, make it big.
William K. Hale wanted to take control of Osage wealth and territory at all costs.
That estate money flows the right direction, it'll come to us.
Was exploiting and manipulating them.
And if necessary, do away with them, almost as if it was for their own good.
You gonna kill this Indian?
How'd you know?
In real life, William Hale was the banality of evil.
So many troubles will be brought upon you.
Robert De Niro is one of the people on this planet that can change the temperature in a room. He is so powerful.
They're gonna go. Their time is over. It will happen.
We're making a film about an historical event that is central to the Osage history. So, of course, it's important we spoke that language.
What was that?
This is 1920s, where people were still speaking the Osage language daily.
We wanted to be as authentic as possible, and using the duality of both English and Osage was a symbol of the enmeshment of the two cultures.
We need the shots.
Language and culture are inseparable. You understand the way people operate through their language.
Speaking Osage changed the way that I even moved as Mollie. It took months to get comfortable with a different pace of speaking.
Working with Robert De Niro, he is very serious about it. So we met every day, getting the gestures right and the voice right.
They got very comfortable with the words, the sounds, the rhythms. And in some cases, I didn't even put subtitles on the scene because you know what's going on. We're deeply committed to staying true to the reality of the world in which this story unfolds.
There
you go. Hold on. Oh, wait, 1 second. Back to one.
You guys, forming out. Let's form up for the photograph. Come back in. Form up, guys. Let's get ready. Forming out.
Yeah, come on in. There you go. Go ahead.
Get in position, guys. Get in position now. And let's take the opportunity to form up, everyone. Getting in now. Get in position. Get in back position. Here we go. Do the handshake now, mate.
Okay, now handshake. There you go. That's it.
Looking for the camera.
That's it. Nice. Okay.
Right.
That might be too much of a meal of it.
I think so.
Where she sees me.
And it's a quick transition to get from this scene to that scene so quickly, because I take your hand in the very next scene.
Right.
So, like, I probably already kind of like it, but yeah, like I already had that audience to see it a while ago.
Yeah.
I'm just having fun bossing around right now.
Yeah, we're over. This is the one that's over.
This is over.
Yes.
Yes, it's over. And what we can do is do 3 later. 2 of one, and then 2 of the other, all. Let's see. I'm gonna check out the cut from Mollie's scene where she says, the first scene.
The Osage, they have the worst land possible. But they outsmarted everybody. The land had oil on it, black gold. Money flows freely here now.
I do love that money, sir.
This wealth should come to us. Their time is over. It's just going to be another tragedy.
When this money started coming, we should have known it came with something else. They're like buzzards circling our people. We're still warriors.
I ought to kill these white men who killed my family. I need you here.
I am right here. You've got to take back control of your home.
I was sent down from Washington, D.C. to see about these murders.
See what about them?
See who's doing it.
Expecting a miracle to make all this go away. You know they don't happen anymore.